It starts with noise, not quite confusion, but sharp, sudden bursts, loud enough that some people nearby believed they were hearing gunshots. Crowds begin to move, fast, phones come out, voices rise, and within minutes, the open walkways of Bayside Marketplace in Miami are no longer calm. They're shifting, uncertain, reactive. Police lights flood the area, blue, red, flashing across storefronts and pavement. Officers arrive in large numbers. Roads are blocked. The scene begins to lock down. What is firmly documented is this. On the night of January the 1st, 2024, Miami police responded to a disturbance involving a large group of teenagers. Reports described fights, vandalism, and fireworks being set off inside the shopping area. Those fireworks matter because in the moment they sounded like something else. Sharp cracks, echoing between buildings, enough to trigger fear, enough to cause people to run before they understood what they were running from. And that's where the first layer of the story exists, a real event, loud, sudden, confusing. But the second layer forms almost immediately after, because as videos begin to circulate online, people start noticing something else. Not the crowds, not the police, but shapes. In some clips, dark figures appear in the distance, elongated, moving between lights and shadows. From certain angles, they seem taller than the people nearby. From certain frames, they look almost indistinct, more silhouette than solid form. And because the footage is low resolution, shot at distance, captured in motion, those shapes don't resolve cleanly, which is exactly where interpretation begins. Online, descriptions vary. Some say they were just people, distorted by perspective, shadow, and camera compression. Others describe something different, shadow figures, tall beings, something not moving like everyone else. In some versions of the story, those figures are said to be 8 to 10 feet tall. In others, they're simply described as too large, too unclear, too unusual to ignore. And as those descriptions spread, the story begins to change, not at the scene, but online. Because what started as a disturbance becomes something else entirely. A mystery built not from a single moment, but from repeated viewings, replayed clips, zoomed in frames, shared interpretations. At the same time, official explanation arrives. Miami police state clearly there were no aliens, no unknown entities, no non-human presence. The shapes seen in the footage were described as people, seen at distance, with shadows stretching under artificial light. For many, that explanation is enough. The event returns to what it was, a chaotic night involving teenagers and fireworks. But for others, the footage doesn't settle so easily, because even when an explanation is given, the image remains a figure, a shape, something caught between clarity and ambiguity. And that's where the Miami Mall incident lives now. Not just in what happened, but in how it was seen. For those there, it was confusion, noise, movement, a moment that passed quickly. For those watching later, it became something else, a question. Because in an age where everything is recorded, not everything becomes clearer. Sometimes it becomes more uncertain. A crowd runs, a camera shakes, a shadow stretches just slightly too far, and somewhere between the event and the footage and the interpretation, a new version of reality forms. Not confirmed, not dismissed, just observed and left open.